The conflict between the Sri Lankan government and the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, is a complex and multifaceted issue with deep historical, ethnic, and political roots. Historical background: the ethnic tensions between the majority Sinhalese and minority Tamil populations in Sri Lanka have historical roots dating back to the colonial period when the British ruled the island. Post-independence period: after gaining independence from British rule in 1948, the Sinhalese-dominated government pursued policies that favored the Sinhalese language and culture, further alienating the Tamil minority. Emergence of the LTTE: amidst growing discontent and discrimination, the LTTE was formed in 1976 with the aim of establishing an independent Tamil state in the northern and eastern regions of Sri Lanka, which they called Tamil Eelam. Outbreak of civil war: the conflict escalated into a full-blown civil war in 1983 following a series of violent incidents, including the killing of 13 Sri Lankan soldiers by Tamil militants. Course of the war: over the next 3 decades, the conflict between the Sri Lankan government and the LTTE resulted in significant loss of life, displacement of people, and economic damage. End of the conflict: the conflict reached a decisive turning point in 2009 when the Sri Lankan military launched a major offensive against the LTTE, eventually defeating the LTTE and killing its leader, Vellupillai Prabhakaran. Post-war reconciliation: after the defeat of the LTTE, the Sri Lankan government has made efforts to promote reconciliation and reconstruction in the war-affected regions. Role of India between Sri Lanka and LTTE conflict: India played a significant and complex role in the Sri Lanka LTTE conflict. Early engagement: in the early stages of the conflict, India initially provided support to the Tamil militant groups, including the LTTE, in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Indo-Sri Lanka Accord, 1987. As the conflict escalated, India became increasingly concerned about the implications of the civil war for regional stability and the treatment of the Tamil population. Assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, 1991. The relationship between India and the LTTE deteriorated further following the assassination of Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi in 1991 by a LTTE suicide bomber. Shift in policy: in the aftermath of the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, India shifted its policy toward supporting the Sri Lankan government more openly in its fight against the LTTE. Conclusion: overall, India's involvement in the Sri Lanka LTTE conflict was marked by a series of strategic miscalculations, shifting alliances, and complex geopolitical considerations.